Hey, so last night I got a library card, which is exciting thing for me because my plan to kind of get out of debt and educate become financially literate and learn about money management. How I'm going to do that is through reading. So I think, knowledge is power, and probably in the position I'm in right now because I'm not financially literate. At all. So I'm excited about the library because I'm going to have access to all of this information for free. I don't have to go on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or anything and buy and spend money to buy these books. So that's something that I'm really, really happy that I did and I thought of. I think already, like, my mind is kind of working the right way and going in the right direction. The fact that I thought of the library instead of just like going online or whatever and ordering the books that I wanted. So anyway, I got 4 books last night. The one I specifically went for was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I started reading personal finance blogs and also listening to podcasts. His name comes up a lot. This book comes up a lot, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The subtitle is What the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money That the Poor and the Middle Class Do Not. It's by Robert Kiyosaki. So I've been wanting to read this. My library had it. I'm super excited about that. Since getting it last night, I've read about 60 pages. It's definitely holding my interest. I'm learning a lot. I've already probably filled up like 5-6 pages in a notebook that I bought to track what I'm learning with the books that I'm going to be reading. So I've already gained a lot of information, and I'm going to share every book I read. I'm going to share what I've learned on here on YouTube. So yeah, this is a very popular book in the personal finance world, and so far, thumbs up. For me, I like it. The second one I got is Dave Ramsey, The Total Money Makeover. Again, if you read any personal finance blogs, if you're into podcasts that talk about this subject, his name will come up, and this book will come up too. This one, I was just listening to a podcast. I think the one I was listening to was Paychecks and Balances. It's not recent. I think this was older. They had a female guest on, and I think they asked her like any books that she recommends, because I think she was in a lot of debt and now she's out of debt, has financial freedom. So she talked about this book, and I really liked her interview. She seemed similar to me. So since she recommended it, I wanted to read it. So I'm very happy that my library had it. So after I finish Rich Dad, Poor Dad, then I'm going to start on this one next. Then Suze Orman, The 9 Steps to Financial Freedom, Practical and Spiritual Steps So You Can Stop Worrying. So I definitely have heard of her. I think she has or had a TV show. I don't know if it's still on. I don't watch TV like that. So I have no clue if she's still on the air. But I know she's a big name in like the finance world, the money management world, and helping people get out of debt. I think that's her claim to fame. So I picked this one up just because her name was familiar to me. And the only thing that kind of worries me about this book is she says like she's going to talk about spiritual steps to take. So I'm not religious like at all. So hopefully I can still enjoy this book even though she's throwing religion into it. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. And then last but not least, the final book I got last night was Tony Robbins' Money, Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. So couple less steps than Susie's book. She said 9. She has 9 steps to financial freedom. He's talking about 7 steps. This is a really like thick ass book. I think it's almost 700 pages. So I'm assuming he's very long-winded. If there's only 7 steps he's talking about in this book and it's almost 700 pages, that's like 100 pages per step. So I like things that are I like people to get to the point. I like things that are straight and easy, and I don't like long-winded authors and people who drag things out. Just spit it out and get to the point. So we'll see what I think about this book. Since it is so thick, like I said, there's 7 steps, just to say what they are. So I hate people who try to overcomplicate things, but hopefully, I mean, I definitely have heard his name is a big one in this like personal finance community. So, maybe I'm just, being a pessimist, and it actually is going to be a really good read. And hopefully he's, a compelling author and good with words. And it's a quick read, even though it's so thick. So, again, I'll let you know my thoughts on all 4 of these, let you know which one was my favorite, if I'm going to be implementing any of their advice. And if you've read any, let me know. Tell me your thoughts.